You know, I know Pop's got pedigree and I'm a young rookie, but they're not going to rook us. That's unacceptable. That was unprofessional. My guys dug in that game and earned the right to be in that game, and they did not even give us a chance.
Let me take it.
I've seen
people
that.
call MJ the GOAT. You didn't see that.
I've seen this.
No, you didn't.
I still have.
Is
You
MJ...
still think LeBron's better than MJ?
No.
Kareem.
Yes,
I've seen that.
No, you haven't. Now, let me ask you a question. Is Kareem the GOAT?
No.
Why not?
Because Michael Jordan changed the game 10 times better than he did.
How? This man did all these things on one shot. On one shot.
Who changed the game more, MJ or Kareem?
People don't appreciate Kareem.
Yeah, they do.
yeah, they
No,
do.
they don't. No, they
Bro,
don't.
he got 6
No, they
titles
don't.
and 6 MVPs. That's fucking
And
impressive.
then who's that better than?
By
Career-wise.
Jordan by
And I'm
one
not,
MVP.
and I'm not talking about NBA. I'm not talking about NBA. I'm talking about high school, college, and NBA.
Well, Jordan only had 1 year of college.
I don't give a fuck. And he didn't do 1 year of college. He did all his
He
years
did
of
too.
college. He did
He only-
all his years of
Who,
college.
Jordan?
He
Didn't
went.
he do 3?
He did. Well,
he did too.
1 year you get redshirted. He did all his years of college.
Pretty sure he only
And
did
Kareem
2.
played in the 70s with Will Chamberlain and the end of Bill Russell's career. Played in the 80s.
But the 70s had no one.
And he played in the 90s. He played for 20 seasons.
Jordan played in tougher competition.
How? He played in the 90s.
Jordan did play in the type of competition.
What?
What are you talking against?
What-
Who?
What other
Against
teams?
who?
What other
What
teams?
teams did I'm a Lakers fan, bro. What team did the Lakers face besides Celtics?
And the Knicks.
What are you talking about?
In the
Kareem?
70s.
Kareem played with the Bucks, who played against Will Chamberlain, who played against Bill Russell.
On their edge of their career, on their latter half.
No, he played Will Chamberlain and when he in his rookie season, he beat Will Chamberlain.
And who's rookie season?
In Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's season,
Will Chamberlain played how many seasons?
he played 13 seasons. It was the most dominant force to ever play in the NBA.
Yeah, but look at the rest of the league
Throw this
compared
on.
to him.
Throw this on.
It's already on.
Okay.
Compared to the rest of the league, Will Chamberlain played against nobodies.
What
How do you
talking
think he had 100 points in a game?
about? With a game that was never recorded, he played against Hall of Famers.
Who?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, I
If
thought
we're
you were talking
talking
about
about career-wise, if we're talking about a whole career, he's the most dominant force that ever played the game. Who beat Jordan in 3 consecutive Eastern Conference championships? Who beat him? Do you know?
Pistons?
The Pistons.
Okay, but they had
Who
more.
beat the Pistons
They had
until
more.
Kareem retired?
They had Pistons. Had
Who
more
beat the
players than
Pistons
Jordan.
until Kareem retired?
The Lakers.
I'm gonna throw you out MJ's
But
what
that was-
MJ. I'm gonna throw you out what MJ beat. He beat the Lakers.
You know the Pistons
Hold
beat
on, hold
the
on,
Lakers though,
hold
right?
on. He beat the Lakers with a hurt James Worthy, with a Magic that was going at the end of his career,
Okay.
that played with a Lottie Divac, who, don't get me wrong, he's a great player, but I never put him in top 50 best players ever
Bro,
played.
look at the team that
Bulls
He
were still
played.
underdogs
He
in that
played
year.
against the Utah Jazz
With 2 Hall of Famers.
with 2 Hall of Famers that one of them happened to be 6'3", and a John Stockton.
So
That's a 2 guard and a point guard.
I told you guys who did.
Curry 6'3".
I understand that, but the league has changed. The league has changed totally. Do you understand that this man, Michael Jordan, when you look at his career in the finals, he has 5 for 16 nights. He has 9 for 27 nights.
He's not the most perfect.
I understand that, but
player.
people who are playing him, you wouldn't believe. I can't remember. I was looking up all his stats, but the people he played against weren't career nights. If you look at what LeBron James has done during finals numbers, LeBron has 70% shooting with 35 points with
How many
13
shots?
rebounds.
How many shots does he take?
If he's taking 58%, that means he's making more than 50% of his shots.
Yeah, but he's
yeah.
taking like 13 shots in a
Okay,
game.
LeBron.
How long it
what
took
are
him
you
to do that,
Hold
though,
on,
bro?
LeBron. What do you mean? He went to his first title in 2007.
How about the Mavericks
at
series?
22 years old?
Jordan never had a series like the Mavericks
And
series.
I'll throw you this. Michael Jordan has never played a defensive player of the year.
Yes, he has. Gary
No.
Payne in 1996.
He didn't play him in 96.
Yes, he did. against
And
Sean Kemp and Gary Payne.
And do you know what he dropped? He had 5 for 19 games.
You know he averaged during the entire
LeBron James
NBA
has
finals.
never had a finals.
Jordan's never
wait,
lost.
hold on, wait,
Okay,
Jordan never went to a game 7. What were you just going to say? LeBron never had what? LeBron never had a what?
45% finals.
What he do during the Maverick series?
He shot 57%.
Did you not laugh?
28 points
watch
a
every
game.
fourth quarter?
During the Maverick series?
Yes.
He averaged 15 points a game.
No, he didn't.
Look up the stats.
Just give me 1 second. During the finals. We're talking about the finals, right?
Two things. Jordan never went to a game 7.
I'm going to throw this out.
LeBron's going to go to...
And you know why?
went to
Because you
2 of them.
romanticize about titles. You romanticize
The
about
greatest
titles.
players
You
bring your team the farthest.
romanticize about titles.
It's up in the table. You got the mic all shaky.
Let me ask you a question.
No,
Let
I'm
me
going
ask
to give you
a-
respect.
Was Goodfellas a great movie? Do you think it was the greatest movie that came out in the years that it came out?
I never watched it.
You never watched Goodfellas?
No.
Me and Christian watch movies that we think is the greatest movies of all time, never won an Oscar. And we will.
Oscars are different
I
from
don't care.
NBA finals.
Listen,
We're talking about
listen,
things that are
listen,
chosen by a certain amount of
People
people in the actual game that's played.
romanticize about things.
Listen.
The
LeBron,
Utah Jazz weren't the best team.
you know they were favorites over the Chicago Bulls in both
I
of those
understand
series,
that.
right, though?
But Karl Malone isn't the best power forward to ever play.
LeBron James was averaging
Stockton.
against the Mavericks when he just formed this amazing super team that was going to take the league by storm, which they did later on. 18 points a game.
And how many rebounds?
What is
7.
That? What is that?
And how many assists?
7.
So that means he almost, could have had double-double. And I'll tell you.
Okay, but you just said he never dropped anything below 25.
How many percent? What percent was he?
48, which is terrible for LeBron.
What you mean? Michael Jordan has never been 48%.
Michael Jordan is a shooting guard. LeBron James, most of his points are 20
I don't
feet
care
away
if you're
from
the greatest
basket.
of all time. I don't care if you're the greatest of all time.
Bro, the bigger you are,
And I'm
the,
not-
the
and once
higher your
again-
field goal percentage is going to be.
And I'm not saying LeBron James is the greatest of all time. I
LeBron
think
James-
that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the greatest of all time.
It's arguable.
Because when I look at the numbers, he is the great. And you know what people say? Oh, he played 20 seasons. Well,
Okay,
I'm
okay.
sorry that longevity is something to be punished by.
I got you. Hope you done.
When I look at the list, I'm just saying, I'm looking at the list
got
of
some
greatest of all
fire.
time. Kareem. I'll put Michael if LeBron James catches up, in LeBron James. Three greatest players to ever have a basketball in their hand.
You done?
Just saying. Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. One, I'm going to say this first. LeBron James, I think he's the best pure talent I've ever seen play basketball. Better than Jordan, better than Kobe, better than Kareem, everybody.
Agreed.
Number two. Can play all 5 positions.
Yes. Number 2, I think the best players prove themselves in the finals like Jordan, Kobe, Kareem, etc. You do know that LeBron James will have 5 L's on his record if he loses against this Warriors
understand
team. Okay, wait. Jordan never went to a game 7.
I understand
LeBron went to 2.
understand
Probably
that.
going to go to 3 because
understand
my
that.
prediction is Warriors in 6 or 7.
Okay.
Okay. What was my other point? LeBron James,
Why are you thinking LeBron James when he averaged 18 points, Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade both averaged more than him.
Okay.
That
means he makes plays better.
That was the series where LeBron James first got known for this. I can't win. I'm choking.
I got
Let
my
me ask you
point.
a question. The 80s and 90s are well known for their... It's kind of like... it's going to be out of the blue. Kind of like the WWE compared to what it is now.
Okay.
When I talk to you,
The golden era.
is the golden era with Stone Cold, The Rock,
All right, go ahead.
and all those guys. But right now, is it the best talent you've ever seen?
Yes.
Right? The WWE right now is the best talent
I
you've
see
ever
exactly
seen.
where you're going.
Do you think LeBron James is playing against more talented players than Michael Jordan ever played?
That's debatable.
Remember, stretch fours. There's stretch fours. There's LaMarcus Aldridge. There's Draymond Green.
Well,
there's
I'm trying to think of all the people that we see back then that's considered one of the greatest of all time. He did face the Johnsons, even though he kind of the outskirts of Johnson.
Played against Bird,
But-
McHale, Robert,
Bird at the end of his
Parrish.
career.
Yeah, but he didn't
Dominique
really.
Williams. At the end of
When
his-
he was dominating, he didn't really face them.
at the end of their career.
He got the beginning of Shaq, and I mean,
And he did lose to Shaq when he came back in that 1993
retirement.
East. I understand that Shaq was only 20 years old at the time, though.
He had
And he
the-
lost to a hurt Penny Hardaway.
he got the beginning of Shaq, which is a top 10 player. Charles Barkley's a Hall of Famer.
He won the MVP in 1993.
Gary Payton's a Hall of Famer. Elijah
John
Mont's a Hall of
Stockton.
Famer.
Made him have 519 nights.
Patrick Ewing's a Hall of Famer.
James Worthy.
Karl Malone's a Hall of Famer. John Stockton.
Clyde Drexler.
How many Hall of Famers we got now? We got the KDs, got the Curry.
This is what I'm going to throw out there. KD, Kevin Durant, big fan of him. You know that. Should he not be the best player in the NBA? Should he not?
It wasn't for LeBron.
That's what I'm saying. This
still
man
got Curry better than him.
Do you think Curry's better than? But I'm just saying, should Kevin Durant be the best player in the world?
Okay, go.
Should he be?
If LeBron James was in the league?
For pound to pound, he's 6'11", with a dribble, can dunk wherever he wants, can make a shot wherever he wants, can create his own play whenever he wants, averages the most rebounds and blocks for the Warriors, and he didn't. And for a couple seasons he did for the Thunder. Besides Serge Ibaka.
Why is your chair so squeaky?
Sorry. He should be the most talented player in the world. We've never seen anyone like him. No one. I don't care who you think you are. He's the most talented player in the NBA because he can do wherever he wants, wherever he wants. And LeBron James still makes him second best.
I feel like that's like MJ and Karl Malone.
Okay.
But Karl Malone couldn't
counter your
shoot. But the thing, I'm going to throw this out there.
but
Karl Malone couldn't shoot from three. He couldn't pass. He couldn't. Kevin Durant can guard all 5 positions.
Name a better player. Name a better power forward than Karl Malone before his
Tim
time.
Duncan. Before his time?
Before Karl Malone's time.
Give me a second. Paul Fars. Elgin Baylor used to fuck around.
Not better than Karl
used to
Malone.
mess around. Okay. Karl Malone was only known for one position. If it wasn't for John Stockton, there wouldn't be no Karl Malone. That's what I'm just saying.
All right, but that was an elite duo.
I'm just saying. David Robinson was a better player than Karl Malone.
The way we see some of these teams, and we're like, yo, they would have rings if it wasn't for LeBron James.
But
that's what it was for Jordan. That's what it was for
But the thing
Jazz.
is, Phil Jackson.
Hold on.
If it wasn't for Phil Jackson, Michael Jordan wouldn't be. If it wasn't for Scottie Pippen, but LeBron James, somebody like a LeBron James, has went to a team with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, where they weren't the number ones at their position because at the time, Kobe Bryant was still the best shooting guard in the world
by far.
Yes. And Tim Duncan was still the best power forward in the NBA at the time. And he did beat them. He beat a super team.
Wait, who beat a super team?
When LeBron James beat the Spurs.
That's not a super team.
Yes, it is.
That's a super team?
Tim Duncan,
Tim Duncan, a few years from retirement. Kawhi Leonard, one of his first years. Manu Ginobili, who was absolute garbage.
But
Tony Parker, who could go on one night and go off the next. That's a super team.
Tony Parker did do great in those 2 consecutive finals. He did do awesome.
And then LeBron took an L the next season, though. In 5 games, which was one of the biggest embarrassments in finals history.
But with one of the greatest coaches would you not say Greg Popovich? Okay. I think Greg Popovich is the second greatest coach to ever play the game.
See, this is the problem. This is the problem with LeBron.
I still have 2 things I want to say.
Same thing with Jesse. I agree. LeBron James he's a hybrid, and he's the beginning of the
He's the greatest player to ever.
He's a better athlete than Jordan. He's the best.
That's obvious.
Athlete
LeBron James is the first of many. And
did you guys know this? That LeBron James shoots better than Michael Jordan?
No,
yes, he does.
Bro,
jump shot wise,
in the finals, percentage wise, I'm talking about straight numbers.
The percentages are aghast when you are a player that gets your shots from 15 feet and inside.
It doesn't matter. He can put the ball in the basket. That's all that matters.
Listen.
Hold on. No. LeBron James shoots better than Michael Jordan?
No, he does not.
Yes, he does. Percentage wise. This is fake.
It depends on the shots you're taking.
These
LeBron
are
James
facts. I don't
drove to the basket more than Jordan has ever had in his life.
He shoots a better 3 percentage in the finals. Shoots a better 3.
Shoots a better
field.
Threes
I don't care. He still shoots better 3s.
He's not a better jump shooter than Michael Jordan.
He still shoots better 3s than Michael Jordan in the playoffs. He rebounds better than Jordan. He scores better than Jordan. Assists better than Jordan. I'm telling you.
But
besides,
who wins better?
Yes, he went 6-0, but Bill Russell has 11 championships.
In the era of no one.
I don't care.
Bro, there's 8 teams in the league. There's 8 teams in the league. There's 30 right now.
You're being raw with the numbers. You're being raw. And that's calling, even though there was 8 teams, he still won 11 times. Even though that Michael Jordan shot more 3s, LeBron James still shot a better 3-point percentage.
Okay,
do you understand that?
Listen.
Yes.
You're not understanding that. You're not. And that's a time when there was hand checking.
Listen.
I'm just saying this because the things I'm in my screen right now is the statistics of 2011 finals.
2011. I'm talking about all around.
Deshaun Stevenson shot 54% field goal, so he's better than LeBron. Tyson Chandler.
LeBron shot better, I think.
No, he didn't. LeBron shot 48 once again.
For his career.
No, I'm just saying in general. Tyson Chandler, because he's a big man and takes shots right under the rim in this series, shot 60%.
And when I'm saying
that's because you're right under the rim.
When I'm saying there's a minimum of more than 50 or more than 50 shots.
Okay.
Tyson Chandler didn't take more than 50 shots. Just like when we play 2K and we're like, damn, my guy's shooting 60%. Why is he the best? There's a minimum. And LeBron James and...
It depends on the shots
LeBron James
taking.
and Michael Jordan were taking the same percent.
Okay, I got 3 really good points. Listen.
But also check where their shots were taken at.
Yeah.
Because that's a big
But
difference.
still,
in
LeBron
itself.
takes...
Why you
has
look,
a better 3%.
Why you look... Listen what I'm going to say. 1, you were talking about KD and all these other guys. Put LeBron's current team with Jordan... He would have more championships
and I've really
than 6.
I know.
You know Jordan retired, right? Because the whole gambling conspiracy and his father getting killed by the mob, the mafia, whatever. If Jordan never retired, I could see him winning 8 rings
That's
in
what
a
you
row.
think. That's what you think. Because remember, in '93 he came back. I don't care if even if he was the greatest of all time.
Jordan
you should be
was
able to
on
come back.
top of the league in 1993.
Until Scottie Pippen came. Just throwing that out there.
He made Scottie Pippen. But anyway, that's not taking
No, he
away
didn't.
from my
Scottie
point.
Pippen made Jordan.
Jordan
Was in the league before
and,
Scottie.
Jordan and Pippen and Horace Grant or Dennis Rodman would have destroyed Hakeem the Dream in the 93 4 season and the 94 5 season.
So,
Number 2, the team that LeBron James has, if he does not win this finals, whose fault is it?
no, LeBron James is.
It's the entire team's
And I
fault.
promise you he's going to drop 30, 10, and 10.
Okay, and then my third point is the fact that, like...
You guys romanticize about titles. That's just a thing that people do. They romanticize.
My point is, what the best players come with the championship DNA, and that's Jordan.
I don't think
Kareem.
Kareem the best competition.
Kobe.
The reason we romanticize about titles is because why are you playing the game?
So let me ask you a question. So being able to get to the finals, you guys don't care about.
It takes
Do
a
you
lot
care
to
about?
get
You
there.
can't get to the final. Okay, let me do it.
But-
Hold
Go.
on. Tim Duncan, where you put him onto your top 10?
He
Best
should
players?
be.
by far.
He should be.
Okay, he's only been to 2 consecutive finals. Okay, what do you guys think about Jordan? The greatest player of all time?
Yeah,
Only been to 3 consecutive finals. What do you guys think about Shaq? Top 10?
yeah.
He's only been to 3 consecutive finals. What do you guys think about Kobe?
Top 10.
Okay, only 3 consecutive finals. What do you think about Wade?
Top
20?
25,
Maybe?
maybe.
How about shooting guard position? Top 3?
Top 5.
That's not fine.
Okay, 4 consecutive finals. Bird?
Top 10.
Okay, 4 consecutive finals. Magic? Magic?
Top 10. What's your point?
4 consecutive
You gotta
finals.
say because LeBron got
Kareem?
7.
Kareem?
Top 10.
4 consecutive finals. LeBron James?
7.
7 consecutive
All
finals. Against
Again, please let me
the
know.
most talented players. Talent-wise, I'm talking about athleticism. Steph Curry isn't the best three-point shooters to ever play the game.
All right, but how did he get to the finals? Who did he beat to get to the finals? The Raptors?
But I'm just...
The Raptors?
I'm talking about Steph Curry.
The Raptors?
I'm talking about Steph Curry. Is Steph Curry the best
All
three?
right, but
the
how
best
Okay.
how did LeBron get to the finals?
You're not answering my questions. Is Steph Curry the best long-range shooter to
Undoubtedly.
ever play the game?
Undoubtedly.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly.
And he's beat him.
Yeah, in 6 games. Without Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. But if you're the best player in the
7
world,
games, you mean.
you cannot have 4 finals losses on your resume.
I just think-
about to be 5.
It doesn't matter. Because once again,
He's a Hall of Famer,
he's
yes.
beat these guys. He's beat Tim Duncan,
Okay.
who's a
Here's my
top
here's my
He-
question.
he-
Whoa, here's my question. If he loses this finals, will you ever put him in the conversation with Michael Jordan
Yes.
and Kobe? You're bugging.
Look,
Kobe has 5 rings.
Michael
LeBron's about
Jordan-
to have 5 L's in the
Michael
finals.
Jordan has never played a team with more than 2 All-Stars.
So the eras are different.
Look,
They build super
that's
teams in the
what
21st century. In the 19th century, that did not happen.
But that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna say that,
So that's better competition for Jordan.
That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna say Michael Jordan's the greatest, then why don't say Kareem is the greatest? Why don't you say that Bill
It's
Russell's
debatable.
the greatest?
Kareem didn't change the game like Michael Jordan.
Yes, he did. You couldn't be in the paint for more than 5 seconds because of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
like if you put the resumes of Jordan and Kareem, it's pretty comparable. 6 MVPs to 5, 6 rings to 6.
But he's played in all the eras.
Okay.
He has more assists than Michael Jordan, more blocks than Michael Jordan, more points than Michael Jordan.
Of course, he's played longer. If Jordan
so
never
now
retired,
you're gonna punish him. Now you're gonna punish him for longevity. And that's wrong.
If Jordan never retired in 1993, I guarantee you he'd have more points.
Because that's like punishing Kobe for longevity.
Okay, hold on. But listen.
Jordan got 10 scoring titles, too.
Awesome.
The whole longevity factor.
Oh, no.
The whole longevity factor, I'm going to compare it to something I know. Rappers. Biggie, considered one of the greatest. One album. If he would have kept going... and he would have fell off like the DMXs.
But death is something different. Death is something different. Not that it's not like Kobe retired. It's not like Biggie retired. Jordan if Biggie retired, that'd be a totally different argument. My man died. He died. He was murdered. Mm-hmm. I'm sure if he was still alive, he would still be dropping albums.
I'm saying
that's why it's something different.
They don't.
I'm talking about bring up a rapper that retired.
No rapper really drops an album and then goes. That's just because of the money aspect.
That's what I'm saying. Murder, being dead is something different.
Is Andre 3000, who's considered one of the greatest of all time, never dropped a solo. Oh, Lauryn Hill, one of the greatest ever, dropped one of the greatest albums ever. Made one album, left, disappeared. She didn't want to do it anymore.
That's the same thing I brought up with Oscars, though. It's hard to compare.
How is that the same thing with Oscars? I'm not saying this award won so many awards. I'm just saying she's considered one of the greatest. And that's just because if she would have kept going and she would have ruined her career, just like all these people do.
Like she batted 1,000 and left.
Yes. When you're so high on the pedestal, there's only one place to go and it's down. Mm-hmm. If somebody is high on the pedestal and says, you know what, I'm satisfied here, I'm out. Deuces.
But LeBron James.
That's going to happen to LeBron.
2 second
Floyd Mayweather. He wouldn't be considered one of the greatest if he took one loss.
But you know what's crazy? He's not considered the greatest.
Arguably, he is.
He's not, though.
He's undefeated.
He's not, though.
He has 5
He's not considered one of the greatest?
5 divisions.
Oh, but he's not considered the greatest.
It's arguable.
But he's not considered the greatest. Just like how we say Michael Jordan is arguable.
Yeah, everything has an argument.
It's because of the competition.
And that's why I'm giving you the argument.
I'm fine with your Kareem argument, the Bill Russell argument, since we fantasize about rings. If we were to fantasize about rings so much, Bill Russell would be our god.
Top of the list.
But the reason why Bill Russell is not our god is because he played in a league with 8 teams, and he changed the whole game up. So I give Bill Russell that every time. Nobody was like Bill Russell.
So why is it, I don't think Bill is the best. I think Kareem is the best.
If we talking coaches, Phil Jackson has more rings than Greg Popovich. Is Phil Jackson a better coach than Greg Popovich?
And the only reason why
I don't think so.
And the thing is why I think Greg Popovich is great is because he coached. Look at what he's coached against.
Look what Phil Jackson coached against too.
And what is he doing with the Knicks?
He's a general manager.
And what is he doing with the Knicks? Don't be honest here. You're a Knicks fan. Be honest.
He's tanking our team.
Is he ruining the team?
By
because
far.
He can't handle what is happening in the league today. He did great with Kobe because I think Kobe is the second best scorer to ever play the game. Scorer wise, yes.
You put Kareem number 1?
No, Michael.
Okay.
Scoring. I'm talking about pure shooting. Okay. Just pure shooting. I put Kobe as number 2.
Okay,
pure
but
shooting.
My argument is that
he can't handle the league today. Coach Popovich.
Last time he coached was 2011, though.
Coach Popovich.
GM coaching, that's different.
I understand, but he tried to form a team that he's trying to run that triangle, which we know won't work because you can't play because you play the zone now. You can't play man to man, which Michael had a benefit against because he's the greatest scorer to ever play.
Yeah, especially with the 3-point shooting.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He's the greatest player to ever coach. He is the greatest player to ever scoring wise. He's the greatest scorer, and he played in a system that made him the greatest scorer. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So that's why Phil Jackson is trying to get scorers like Carmelo Anthony and Kristaps Porzingis to play in a triangle that won't work in this league today. It just won't work. It's just it. After Kobe left, not gonna happen.
Yeah. Okay.
And Greg Popovich. Do you guys really think that it would have been a 4-game sweep if Kawhi Leonard never got hurt? Do you really believe that?
No.
Oh,
okay. I'm just making sure.
Actually, that's I said 4 to 5. Yes.
And we'll get into that soon.
You don't think that it would have been to Game 7?
No,
not at all.
Did you got?
We're talking 4 All-Stars against one man that could defend the ball.
And what were they leading by? What were they leading by until Kawhi Leonard got hurt?
20.
Okay.
Oh, do you think that play was dirty?
Yes, very dirty.
I
Very
don't
dirty.
think it was
Very
dirty.
great.
Happens all
He
the
did
time.
the same shit to David West last year.
It happens
Did the
all the time.
same shit to David West, and you
Happens
guys
all
are
the time.
bugging if you don't think that's a
I don't
dirty
think
play.
it's a dirty play.
Happens all the
Guys
time.
are
Bro,
crazy.
I-
It's a rule. It's a rule.
All right, and I seen it, and I can't imagine how
this-
one can.
And Kawhi Leonard, that was 3 consecutive ankle injuries.
Now,
You
if
guys are bugging if you
Alright,
think
hold on.
that was.
Listen. Then I'll let you get to your point. If you compare that to a dirty play, what do you think was in the 90s? I could blow air on you, and that would be a technical foul in today's era.
I understand that.
People fought, and
And
they
you
would
know
get
what's crazy?
flagrant.
People don't think that Luke Longley used to intentionally injure people. You don't think Dennis Rodman intentionally injured
He's
people?
one of the dirtiest players in the NBA of all time.
But see, that's what I'm saying. You guys only think of one side of the ball. Oh, Michael Jordan did great because it was hand checking. You don't think that Dennis Rodman and Scottie Pippen and Luke Longley and John Paxson and
we
Steve
know that.
Kerr.
We
That's
didn't
a
bring up
complete-
the hand checking shit. That was you. You
that's a complete-
And that's what I'm
literally
saying.
made an argument, and you said Michael Jordan did that in a league of hand checking.
He
or some
did.
shit like
That's
that.
what I'm saying. It was people only think of that one side of the ball when it happened on both sides of the ball. When when Michael Jordan was playing, he's playing scrubs, and people were hand checking. That's what I'm saying. People only bring up one side of the ball.
LeBron James. Now, going back to your 7 consecutive finals, because you didn't answer the
Yeah, I
question.
wanna answer that.
He didn't face any talent to go to the finals.
He didn't play against Kevin Durant.
to go
That's
to
the-
the finals.
in the East.
He didn't play against Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce.
The end of
and
their
that was
career.
their only competition.
And James Worthy and Magic Johnson were at the end of their careers when Michael Jordan played.
All right. But who else did James face in the finals, in the conference
The
finals?
Pacers, I'll give them the Pacers.
Paul
Pacers
George?
had a nice team.
Paul
You
George
know how
is
young
a-
Paul George was? He was like 24 years old.
He's a 6'11" player who can shoot the 3, who can pass the ball, who can rebound.
The Bulls were tough. I'll give them that. With MVP bros.
They didn't play them.
Yeah, they did.
Not before he got MVP. That was before he got MVP when they played them.
Okay, who else you gonna bring?
That's when Rose won MVP.
Who else?
Who else he faced? He faced the
2012.
Hawks.
Paul Millsap, who's a stretch 4?
Oh, please fantasize on how Hawks were a great team.
Once
he
again,
played-
you
he
don't
played-
understand what people's talent is at their level.
Just because they were a first seed didn't mean they could match up with
If
the
Paul
Cavs.
Millsap played in the 90s, he'd be the greatest power forward to ever play because he can do everything.
Paul Millsap isn't that great.
He is great. He could average 20 and 10 any day of the week.
When the All-Star list came out, we literally said, "Why is Paul Millsap here? Should
Yeah.
be Joel Embiid."
But Paul Millsap can average. That's what I'm saying. He's a stretch 4. He's a max paid player. LeBron James.
And LeBron
is
has
playing-
4 max paid players on his team.
And still
You think
asks
Kevin
for
Love is the
more.
best power forward in the game right now?
No.
No, he's better than Paul Millsap.
No, he's not.
Anthony
When
Davis
has Paul Millsap
destroys
ever
him.
had a? When has
That's
Paul
what I'm
Millsap?
saying.
When has Paul Millsap ever had a season like Kevin Love did? When he was getting the double record, when he was getting 52 in a row.
The young Kevin Love, but now he's not the same Kevin
Yeah,
Love.
because he plays with LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. If he was on Minnesota, he'd be putting
That's
up
what I'm
25
saying.
and
LeBron
12.
James is the greatest player.
He's probably the greatest teammate.
He's making all these guys look like fools. He's beating them.
And then he consecutively loses in the finals.
Do you know?
He beat a Thunder with a whole bunch of
You know
young
what's crazy?
players.
The only
where
time he ever
nobody-
lost back to back was the 07 and against the Mavs.
Wrong.
Besides that, he hasn't been back to back losses.
He lost in 2014 and he lost in 2015.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he
You
did.
talking about when he played with? When, you guys are really gonna punish him when Kyrie
It's still
Irving
an L
lost.
on the record.
Has Michael Jordan
But-
ever won
but
a
why-
title?
why
Has
are
Michael
we-
Jordan ever won a title without Scottie Pippen?
If Scottie Pippen was on that
Just saying.
team and
Has
he had
ever
another
won a
asset,
title without Scottie Pippen?
Why?
No.
Why?
Okay.
the Bulls drafted
hold
him.
on, hold on. So that excuse is valid when LeBron loses, but what about the excuse when Warriors lost, when they didn't have Draymond Green, who was if
He wasn't
Draymond-
in Game 7.
No, in
Was
game,
he? Was he?
Was-
Was he in Game
was he in
7?
Game 6?
Was he in Game
Was he
7?
in Game 6?
Was he in Game 7?
All right, listen. If
He
they-
was in
if-
Game
if
6.
they-
He was in Game 5.
Oh, Game 5.
Okay.
Was it Game 5?
Yes.
Whatever.
Warriors would have won
All
in
right,
5
listen.
if he didn't get suspended.
But with Steph Curry in Game 7.
Steph Curry was hurt.
Just Steph Curry was hurt. Was Steph Curry in Game 7?
Yes, he was.
Was Klay Thompson in Game 7?
Yes, he was.
Was Draymond Green in Game 7?
Yes, he was.
Cool.
Where was Andrew Bogut at the finals?
Oh, let me ask you a question.
Where was Andrew Bogut at the finals? Okay, go. You can ask all these questions, but I can't ask any questions to you.
Andrew Bogut, you talking about the guy who who averaged 0 points in the finals?
But wasn't it you who said a few podcasts ago that LeBron's weakness
against defensive centers
is a good rim protecting
defensive centers? But how many points did he score?
That doesn't matter.
How many scores did he average?
You said that's LeBron's weakness, and LeBron's weakness was not in the finals.
How many points did he score?
That's a different side of the ball.
How many scores did he point?
Who?
Bogut.
Andrew Bogut.
What does that
He
matter?
wasn't in the game. He couldn't. He didn't play. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's not like he made a difference defensively, but offensively did he make a difference?
All right, but that's the thing. That's a very bad thing. And Draymond Green, if the Warriors would have won, Draymond Green would have been the MVP of the finals. As much as you hate him, he would have been the MVP of the finals without a doubt. And your MVP of the finals was gone for a game on a play that I don't even consider was dirty.
So let me ask you a question. When LeBron James won the finals against the Warriors, was Kyrie Irving on the floor?
Yes,
he was.
He's the reason why they won that championship.
Finals.
You said you just said when he won.
When he lost the finals, was Kyrie Irving on the floor?
No, neither was Kevin Love.
Was Kevin Love?
No.
Did you know how much? Do you know how much LeBron James was averaging that finals?
Yes, it was historic numbers, and they went to Game 6.
But what was it?
Put like up 30 and 10
more
and
than
9
30
or something like
more
that.
Than 30.
LeBron
more than 10.
34.
More than 34.
I think it was like 38, 39.
No, 35.
That's still great.
Almost 14. And 8.9 without 3 players. I mean, without 2 players.
Okay,
I understand.
We get that.
So you saying that? Let me ask you a question: is it a difference between Andrew Bogut being out or Kyrie and Love being out? What's the worst? What's the worst of being out?
LeBron still put those numbers up with Kyrie and Love in the finals.
Andrew Bogut being out, who averaged 0 points,
Kevin Love
played a great defense.
Kevin Love was useless that Cavs 2015 season.
I'm just saying
they were trying to trade him this whole season.
But I'm just
for
saying,
Klay
you remember
Thompson.
that?
But
do you remember that?
I understand, but was Kevin Love out on the floor and was Kyrie out on the floor? Who both were averaging? One was averaging 22 and one was averaging more than 10. They weren't on the floor. Do you know who was out on the floor?
Yeah.
J.R. Smith, Iman Shumpert.
J.R. Smith is a star. J.R. Smith is not one of the best 6-mans ever.
No, he's won 1 6-man.
But listen.
So does Lamar Odom. He's not one of the best 6-man ever.
He's won 2 6-man. He's won 1 6-man.
What about Jamal Crawford?
He's won 3.
Yeah, Jamal Crawford's the GOAT of the 6-man.
Yes,
I don't think he's won
and
3.
Manu Ginobili.
All right, when I consider J.R. Smith, I consider one of the greatest bench players. Not the greatest bench players ever.
He played most of his career as a starter. Most of his career. On the Nuggets, he played.
The whole latter half of his career was all bench.
No, listen. On the Nuggets, he was a starter.
He was not a starter on the Knicks. No, he wasn't.
Half the time, he was.
Yeah, but he mostly off the
whole
bench.
latter
And
of his career, when he won the 6-man
and then
on
on
the
the
Knicks,
Cats,
he was a 6-man.
starter. No one ever started over J.R. Smith when he joined the Cavs with LeBron.
Trying to think of the team.
I know.
But
so you saying LeBron? And you know what's crazy? The people that have won against LeBron James was Kawhi Leonard and Iguodala over those MVPs, those finals MVPs.
Okay.
He scored 28 and he scored 35.
All right, I want to say 2 things. I want to ask you a question, but I'm going to
We're
ask
30
that.
minutes in. We haven't even covered the.
Oh yeah, we will. All right. Number 1, I didn't really get an answer with if LeBron loses another finals. How do you think he takes that on his career and could be in the conversation with Jordan and Kobe? Because
first off, Kobe is in top 10.
You're bugging.
Kobe is in top 10. He was never the greatest player to ever play the game.
What does that have to do with
He's
anything?
never
He's the
played-
second best shooting guard ever.
He's never played in an era where he was the best player.
What are you talking about?
You're bugging.
When Duncan was winning these MVPs, when Nash was winning these MVPs, Kobe was still the greatest player in the league. Just like how LeBron is losing these MVPs right now, and we still regard him as the greatest player in the
LeBron
league.
James been the greatest player since 07.
Kobe was the greatest player from 2003 to 2000. No, maybe not 2003. I'll say 2004 to 2007, 2008, 2009.
Besides his 2 titles, no, he wasn't.
You're bugging.
He wasn't.
You're bugging.
He wasn't.
You're
First
bugging.
off, the first 3 were because of Shaq. He was the greatest player.
Look what Kobe did,
I just said
though.
from 2004 to 2010.
Kobe was still great after that. You're saying LeBron James was better During that time?
LeBron James, no.
LeBron James brought a team to the finals when he was 22 years old.
Okay.
It's good for him.
With Eric Snow.
And what he do in the finals? Get swept.
Okay, by the greatest power forward who was better than Kobe.
Okay.
The greatest six-man to ever play the game. And probably top 20, top 15 point guard with a top 5 best coach to ever play.
Okay.
Just say.
I don't understand how you could even put in the conversation if he loses.
If you think that Kobe is better than LeBron, you guys are bugging.
You hold Tim Duncan.
You guys,
hold Tim Duncan as such a
accolade-wise,
standard.
Kobe by far.
Because when the Spurs beat LeBron, Tim Duncan wasn't an asset.
He went to the All-Star that year.
He was in the
He
finals.
was an all-star that
in
year.
the finals, how many did he average?
I can't look up those numbers.
It was
Probably
Kawhi
not
Leonard
much.
who held that team on the back.
And you know, and you know who he guarded? Who did he guard?
Who?
Who did he guard in the finals?
Kawhi.
Kawhi or Duncan?
Yeah, who did Kawhi guard?
LeBron.
Come on.
And how much did LeBron average in that finals?
I don't really.
29 points a game. Okay,
That
cool.
okay, but
Oh, that's not the discussion. I'm talking about how you regard Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan is top 10 greatest player to ever play.
he's the greatest small power forward ever. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Kobe is not even top 10.
You're.
I don't think
Kobe's
he's good.
not
What's your
even
top 10?
Top 10.
What's your top 10, real quick? And then we gotta talk about the playoffs and the predictions for the finals.
I'll show you guys. Hold on, give me a second. This is the top 10.
You saying pure blasphemy? Right now.
You guys are bugging if you think Kobe's
If
one of the
Le-
greatest scorers ever to play. But I'm talking about all around
Kobe
athletes.
is one of the players
No.
that changed the game.
If it wasn't for Shaq, Kobe would have 2 finals, and which is great because I think he's the second greatest pure shooter of all time. But he's not top 10 greatest player.
You're bugging.
He's not, and it's hard to realize.
you
but
know-
he's not.
Who's your top 10?
Give me a second.
I'm gonna keep saying this. If LeBron loses another finals, he's gonna have 5 L's, and that's how many rings.
And he's playing
has.
against the best talent.
Kobe never had a team, even with Shaq. Never had a team.
Shaq's one of the top 10 greatest players.
Even if Kobe had the
I-
team LeBron has right now, he'd go to the finals every year and win it. Because who would you have
Now,
more?
I got a question for you. How long was Shaq dominant for?
he beat the Bulls in '93.
How long was he dominant for? Like 10
like
years?
9-10 years.
You gotta think of it. When he went 3 back-to-back, yeah. Back when he was a Magic and went to he lost against the Rockets. He was he dominated Hakeem.
I'm just asking for a moment. Years.
So when did he
7,
get
8
drafted?
years?
93.
7-8 years.
More than that.
Kobe was averaging 25 and up from 98 to
Point.
2010.
That's what I'm saying. Point wise, greatest. Point wise, pure shooting,
I'm talking about dominance.
greatest. But
I'm
no,
talking
he
about
wasn't
dominance.
dominant.
That's 12 years.
He wasn't
We want to talk about
and no.
longevity. We want to talk about longevity now, don't we?
Oh, Kobe had great longevity, but he wasn't the greatest player.
During
It went to
his
Shaq
era-
to Duncan. Little time for Kobe, then LeBron,
Okay, when did Shaq leave? 03? I think, right?
and he went
Okay.
to the Heat, won championship.
So from 03, from about 2012,
Tim Duncan.
it was all about Kobe.
No, in 07, LeBron James became the greatest player.
Okay, but during that time period, who won more rings, Kobe or Tim Duncan?
Tim Duncan won 3.
What are you talking about? What time period?
Wasn't it 2? 2 and 2 for both of them?
No, Tim Duncan only
From
lost
03 to
one time in the finals.
Those. From 03
Okay,
to
and then Kobe
2012.
lost against the Celtics.
Yeah, with 4 All-Stars, Hall of Famers as well.
What do you mean 4?
Rondo was an all-star back then, bro. You don't remember that
He's
one?
he's not greatest of all time.
I never said that, but he's an all-star.
He's an All-Star.
What, 3 times? Maybe.
Still.
He was an all-star back then. There was 4
All-Star in
all-stars on the team. He was just as important on that team as Ray Allen was.
Nah.
Oh.
Nah.
Wow.
Ray Allen's the greatest 3-point shooter
Okay,
ever
what's
played.
your top 10? Because we gotta move on.
I'm trying to look for it.
I know my top 10 off the top of my head. And Kobe's sitting at
I
8.
wrote it down. Oh, here we go. Michael Jordan. Gotta give him number 1. I personally think Kareem,
You
but
just said Kareem.
Yeah.
I'm stuck
go ahead,
between the
just-
two.
Keep going.
So Kareem and Michael is hard to really,
Okay, just keep going.
differ them. LeBron James,
Okay.
Wait,
Magic
Wait,
Johnson.
you got LeBron in
Is
3?
this in order?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's hard between LeBron and Kareem.
Oh, so LeBron James.
I mean, Michael Jordan and Kareem is hard.
You got LeBron
Number
at
3,
3.
yes, without a doubt, the greatest player to ever play. Because if he does everything better than Kobe. Shoots
Except
better
when.
3. Hold on,
Except
shoots better 3.
when.
Shoots better 3. I'm talking. See, you're romanticizing about titles. Shoots better 3.
Then who?
Has better percentage
Then who?
than Kobe.
He's okay. Shooting a better 3
Shoots a better 3.
and being a better 3-point shooter is 2 different things.
I'm talking about at a max.
All right, this is 2 different things.
At a
though.
max.
This is 2 different things.
So it's Michael Kareem.
He's not a better 3-point
LeBron.
shooter. He's not a better jump
Percentage
shooter.
wise, yes he is. And jump shooter, yes he is.
Michael Kareem, LeBron.
Magic Johnson.
Magic's way better of all time, better than LeBron.
Nah. He didn't play
got
against
fucking 5
once
rings.
again didn't play against the best talents because you guys say Larry Bird.
Larry Bird?
Isaiah
you-
Thomas and the bad boy Pistons.
Hold on. Did you
Oh
say?
my
Weren't you guys the
God.
same guys who said Larry Bird wouldn't make it in this today's game?
No, he wouldn't. But in that time,
Just saying.
he was dominant
Magic
as
Johnson.
all hell.
Will Chamberlain, who averaged 50 and 50.
Okay.
Larry Bird, who has 3 consecutive MVPs. Bill Russell, who has 11
Bill
championships.
Russell's not better than Kobe Bryant.
Yes, yes.
No, he's not.
Bill
8 teams.
championship
8 teams. 8 teams.
Okay.
So
11 championships.
I love
11
how you
championships.
want to use the criticism when it's necessary.
saying.
Now you want to use championships.
And you guys were making
but if
fights about
it's a different
titles.
argument, you don't want to use
So, Bill
championships.
Russell,
now you want to use shooting percentage. In a different
Number
argument,
8,
you want to use
Tim
other
Duncan.
things.
Number 9, Shaquille O'Neal. And number 10, Hakeem Olajuwon.
Hakeem's better than Kobe Bryant?
Yes. I'm talking. You guys are. Yes, Kobe's. But
Bro, you have
Kobe
Shaq.
doesn't know how to pass. Kobe doesn't
know how to pass. He averages 6 assists on his career.
And LeBron James averages more.
You have you got LeBron.
And Kareem averages more.
You got LeBron at 3, and you got Shaq at 9.
Without a doubt.
You're crazy.
Without a doubt.
You're batshit crazy.
All right, how many rings does Hakeem got?
2,
How many rings Kobe got?
5.
Okay, who got more points?
Kobe.
Who got more All-Stars?
Kobe played longevity, which is awesome, but I don't put Kobe top 10.
He's using longevity.
Because the thing is,
what's wrong with longevity? What's wrong with longevity?
I know, I think it's awesome. I think that what Kobe did was awesome, but he only had one thing about him.
How many finals Hakeem been to?
2,
How many finals Kobe been to?
7.
Okay, these are all the arguments you're making for LeBron.
But that's
What's
what I'm
up with
saying.
it now?
This should be a
But
different-
LeBron James all around is better than Kobe.
Okay,
you don't think so? All around. I'm talking all around.
Yes, he's better than Kobe.
Yeah.
Yes, he's better than Kobe.
Okay, here's
And
the
all the guys
He's a better defender than Kobe?
Hold on.
He's-
All the guys I named all around aren't better than Kobe. All around. I'm talking about all around. 100%.
No.
Who isn't better than Kobe all around?
Larry Bird.
Yeah, he is. He won more MVPs.
So?
That does not
He
matter.
scored
Kobe got
more.
ripped off with so many MVPs.
I'm just spitting out pure facts of
right,
who has more MVPs.
There's
right?
a different question, though.
all these guys that I named, besides Shaquille O'Neal, has more MVPs.
We're talking pure talent or
I'm
accolade-wise
talking about all around.
championship?
I'm talking about all around.
Okay.
Okay,
all around.
okay. All
Kobe's
around, then we got to
top
take
10.
into accolades as well. We got to take into account how many rings Kobe Bryant has on his hand.
Okay.
We got to take into account how many records Kobe has scoring.
And missing.
He's the one of
Taking
best
the most shots.
Yeah.
You said he's the greatest scorer of all time.
I think
the
second greatest.
You said he's the second greatest scorer of all time. Then he got 5 rings on his hand. He's a very underrated defender.
And you're not gonna say 3 of them weren't because of Shaquille O'Neal?
He's still
3 of
putting
them,
in effort.
and Shaq wouldn't have those 3 rings without Kobe as well. Would he or would he not?
If you take away Kobe from
He
that
did it with
team,
Dwayne Wade.
Shaq would not have 3 rings without Kobe. Shaq wouldn't have 1 ring without Dwayne Wade.
I think Shaq without Kobe would have 3.
You're bugging.
He would have those same 3 rings.
Name
No,
the
he has
rest
4
of
rings.
that. Name the rest of that team without Kobe.
But think about who he played against. Playing against the bum ass Nets.
Okay.
I think I'm serious. I think Shaq would have 1 less title without Kobe. But I think Kobe would have less rings without Shaq. I
You're
think really, you don't think Shaq's better than Kobe?
Shaq's better than Kobe.
I
Okay.
don't put Shaq over
Shaq's
Kobe.
in my
I'm
top
just saying.
5.
I think Shaq would have more rings than Kobe. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't put Shaq over Kobe.
Shaq's in my top 5. Kobe's
is he? He does everything better than Kobe.
because he's bigger.
I'm just saying.
Are we not going to take longevity into a fact here?
Shaq played for 20 seasons.
So did
How
Kobe.
many? How many was
So
he?
1 less title, you're gonna
How
and
many
more.
was-
And Shaq has more. What? 2 MVPs or 1 MVP?
2. 1.
1. Yes, he does. So they both have 1 MVP.
In my opinion,
Shaq was the-
top 5.
That's what I'm saying. Shaq.
Kobe,
That's what I'm
he's at,
saying.
like, 8, 9,
That's
man.
what I'm saying. Shaq was like the most dominant force in the NBA. Not at one point, except for 3
I got
to
Kobe
4
over
seasons.
Larry Bird. Kobe against Shaq, is very Kobe
Kobe
and
against Larry-
Shaq is very debatable.
Larry,
Kobe and Tim
no.
Duncan is very debatable.
That's very cool.
Larry Bird has
Kobe and Tim Duncan. Hold on.
3 consecutive
3 consecutive MVPs.
MVPs. Yeah.
That's
So
what
those MVPs don't matter.
I just when I see
When I put in a scoring list,
If you look at it,
If- that's what
Jordan
I'm
should
saying.
have 10 MVPs.
that's what I'm saying. If I put in a scoring list,
listen.
I would have
listen.
Kobe in my
Okay.
top 3.
Okay, here. When Steph Curry just got these 2 MVPs in a row, who was the best player in the league?
LeBron James.
So MVPs aren't the end-all be-all of everything, isn't it?
Okay, I'm not talking about MVPs. I'm talking about all-around game.
You just said MVPs.
No, MVPs have a factor. I'm talking about all-around game, though.
Okay, but with the Larry Bird argument, he might have won those 3 championships in a row.
It's because he averaged almost a triple-double, but okay, go ahead.
And he had a great team.
Yeah, okay. Were you punishing Steph Curry for having a great team?
Steph Curry? Well, Steph...
We're not punishing Steph Curry for having
All
a great
right,
team.
but I'm saying LeBron James was still the greatest player in the league for those years. Just because you got the 2 MVPs to match for it doesn't mean you were the best player in the league.
And when Shaq was...
When Tim Duncan was winning those rings, he wasn't the best player in the league. Winning the MVPs, he wasn't the best player in the league.
Who was?
Kobe Bryant.
Yes.
By far, bro.
All right, you want to take the coaching aspect into consideration.
Phil Jackson was the coach, and Coach Popovich was the...
He had the greatest coach of all time. Kobe had no talent on his team.
He's not a great coach, and you guys underestimate Pau Gasol.
I'm talking about when Tim Duncan was winning these rings.
Yeah.
We didn't get Pau Gasol to, I think, 2006?
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
2007,
That's what I'm saying. Until Pau Gasol came, Kobe wasn't back in the championship list.
Okay, and Pau Gasol is not greatest player of all time here.
No, I think he's a great power forward, though.
He's an awesome power forward. He's never going to be one of the greatest.
No, he'll be in the Hall of Fame, though.
Yeah, he will.
Because of Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Because
he went.
And
He
Andrew
went to an
Bynum.
all-star.
And Andrew
He went to an
Bynum,
all-star without Kobe.
When we were winning these rings with Andrew Bynum, my man was averaging 10.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not dissing Kobe, but all around he's not. He's a good defender.
All around, LeBron's
He gave Sasha Vujacic a ring.
All
Trevor
around
Ariza.
it?
all
Shannon
around
Brown.
accolades included,
Jesse.
LeBron is not sitting at 3.
All around, but if we take championship, if we take finals record out,
If we take accolades away completely, he's sitting at 1.
If we take a finals around, can he play? Let me ask you a question.
LeBron's sitting at 1.
Hold on,
pure talent.
Hold on. Can he play all 5 positions?
By far.
Can he score the ball?
Yeah.
So can Magic Johnson.
Hold on. Can he get I didn't put. I did put him over
Yeah.
him because I think he is. He can guard.
But who got more rings, as well as doing all the same things LeBron's doing? And Magic Johnson being the first of LeBron's kind.
I'm talking about talent. And I'm talking about talent because he wasn't playing against the most talented guys.
Who?
Magic.
He was facing that Larry Bird.
He had Kareem on his team, and he wasn't facing a Kevin
LeBron
Durant.
James has Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh on his team. After that, he has Kyrie Irving.
You know
Kevin
who were
Durant.
on the Boston
He wasn't
Celtics?
playing
Kevin
like
McHale,
Kevin Durant.
Robert Parrish, Danny Ainge?
Was guys who can't stretch the floor.
Kevin McHale couldn't stretch the
He
floor?
can't shoot a 3. He can shoot a jumper, maybe.
He got
can shoot a 3.
a nice...
You didn't
He
need
can't
to back
shoot
then. You
I
didn't need
understand
to
that.
back then.
LeBron James, can he play all 5 positions?
Yes.
Can he guard all 5 positions?
Yes.
Can he score?
Yes.
Can he pass?
Yes. He's a point forward, yes.
Can he rebound?
Yes. All around, he's
His
better
percentage.
Depends on the shots he's taking.
His percentage.
Yeah.
Is it not above 50%?
Yeah.
Because
Career-wise, so is Jordan.
Is he not playing against the best talent?
Do you ever
NBA?
watch these games, man?
Is he
when
not-
LeBron James
is he
is
not
playing,
playing-
bro, he's not taking jump shots.
Is he not playing the best talent that ever touched the floor?
No.
It's up there.
No.
Who's better than Kevin Durant? Who's better than Steph Curry?
Are we talking about back then?
Oh, now we're
Steph Curry.
Now we're going to compare eras.
Steph Curry can shoot from 30.
All right, how many Hall of Famers we have currently right now, and how many Hall of Famers we had then?
I can't, you know what I mean? The guys playing the past, obviously, they're going to be Hall of Famers, but eventually, these guys
obvious.
going to be
Back then,
We
there were a
have-
hell of more Hall of Famers.
Will Curry be top 10 all time?
Shooting? Yes.
All
Shooting.
time. No, in general. All
Kobe's
time.
not even top 10.
Well, okay, then LeBron missed another top 10 all time player. Is
And
Kobe
Kobe
hold on?
beat LeBron.
Shot is Curry top 10 all time?
No.
Is KD going to be top
Shooting-wise.
10 all time? I'm
Yeah,
talking
he
in
could
general.
be. He could be.
He's not going to
He
be,
doesn't
though.
have that
He's not
mentality, and
gonna
that's
be
the only
top-
reason why. He doesn't have that killer mentality.
Well,
be
what
LeBron.
top 10 player has LeBron James faced?
Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan. One. We got one.
Okay.
How many top 10 players have Michael Jordan faced? How many top 10 players have Magic Johnson faced?
None. Magic Johnson?
Okay. Oh,
Larry Bird?
My bad. Old Magic. He never played Larry Bird in the finals.
He played him in the semifinals?
Oh, we talking about who LeBron James beat? Then Kobe? Then Shaq?
You just said Kobe's not top 10.
Okay, my bad. Oh, Shaq? Tim Duncan?
Was Shaq top 10? And was Shaq playing that top 10? I'll give you Shaq just because of the argument. All right, Shaq.
Okay.
Who else?
Shaq?
Shaq, Tim Duncan. Two
Tim
players?
Duncan? Who else?
How many else you got here? Come on.
I look through the list again. I'm sorry. A little too schwasty.
Now we gotta talk about the finals.
I'm just saying. Okay, let me think. Do you not think Kevin Durant can be...
No.
Besides the killer mentality, he
ring.
can't be? No, but he can't be. Talent. I'm talking about just straight up talent-wise.
If we're just talking about talent, now we're getting a different discussion. I'm talking about top 10 of all time.
You're bugging if you
top
think...
10 of all time. Is Kevin Durant a top 10 of all time player? Would he ever be? I don't think so.
He could be.
Could be, but not right now. No.
But talent-wise, yes.
I'm
That's
just
different.
talking about accolades. Everything you mentioned.
Everything on the table.
Okay.
He faced 2 top 10 of all time players. Michael Jordan has faced the Larry Birds, has faced the Matt Johnson, has faced the Kareem, has faced the Shaqs, has faced Hakeem.
And I put Magic.
That's 5 of your top 10 list.
And I put Magic in front. And I put Michael Jordan in front of LeBron James.
Okay, that's perfectly fine.
Dude, what are we talking about?
Because you're talking about is he not in the best era ever?
Who?
I think
I think he is in the best. I mean, talent-wise, yes.
None of these. How if none of these players are regarded as top 10 talents?
Because we're talking about back then, but I'm just saying talents-wise right now. If you put Kevin Durant in the '80s, would he not be the best player?
Yeah. If you put anybody,
and that's why I'm putting LeBron James that high because.
Listen, that's how sports work. The game is going to evolutionize. If you take a player from now, put him back then, they should be better. If you put who can I think of? Zach Randolph in the 60s, he'll be regarded as the greatest player of all time. Is Zach Randolph the greatest player of all time?
No.
2010s?
No. But I'm putting LeBron James up there because he can do everything.
Can't win in the finals when it counts.
Besides championships, I'm talking about a basketball player.
Yeah. All right, now
when I bring these guys up, I'm talking about basketball players.
What's the most important thing when we talk about great?
Being a great basketball player.
Obviously you got to be great to be a great. But what's the most important thing?
And
is Yogi Berra the greatest baseball player to ever play?
I don't know baseball like that. No. That's Jesse.
He's 11 championships, 10 championships, 6 MVPs.
Yeah, one of the greatest of all time. Not considered the greatest, though.
You probably won't even be top 10.
Probably not.
Well, baseball is a totally different sport.
Baseball has more history.
I'm just saying.
Baseball is a totally different sport.
When I talk about pure players, when I bring guys up, it's about pure players.
Okay, so now when you say pure, that only means talent.
And Kobe's not all around talented. Can he pass the ball as...
Better than LeBron? No, because they played 2 different positions.
Kobe passed the ball better than Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
I think they almost average the best assist. I think they average
Kobe passes the ball better than Michael Jordan. Kobe passes the ball better than Shaq.
Can we look up the assists?
Yeah,
look him up. Shaq can run the floor by himself.
I don't understand how Kobe's not in your top 10.
He's
the second coming of Michael Jordan. No one ever thought those words would come out of anyone's mouth.
How come all these...
Because he wasn't the greatest player on his team of all 5 championships.
How come all these legends? How come all these people...
Shaq wasn't the greatest out of at least 2 or 3 of them?
Kobe Bryant wasn't better than Pau Gasol?
But was Shaq the best player on those teams? Michael was the best player of all 6.
Yeah.
LeBron James was the best of all 3. Hakeem was the best of all 2.
Okay.
Kareem was the best of all 5.
Okay.
Karl Malone never won a championship, but he was the best player on his team.
So it wasn't for Michael Jordan, he'd have 2 rings.
Yeah, let me say he was the best player on his team, but Kobe wasn't the best player on all those teams.
Okay. I mean, I wanted to bring this up too. You know, if
Steph Curry isn't even the best player in the finals.
If the Warriors didn't have all the injuries last year and Draymond didn't get suspended,
and if it wasn't for Kyrie and Love being injured, you don't know if they won a championship.
Yeah. I'd have LeBron probably having 1 or 2 rings.
It's arguable. It never happened. Just like I'm not going to say LeBron James, won
the
finals.
I'm going to say this for the last time. LeBron James, pure talent, number 1.
So you saying that 07 team, he had a good enough team to face?
He didn't have a shot in hell.
I know. And he still averaged over 20.
Put Michael Jordan on that team, guarantee they win it.
How though?
Who did LeBron go through in the Eastern Conference, by the way?
But we
Pistons were pretty tough back then.
Who else?
Are we really going to be naming teams, B? I can't name teams then. Who's playing besides Kobe?
Celtics
who's in that 07 team?
For the
Western
Suns.
Suns were dominant.
Suns were very dominant.
Which
Nuggets.
The Spurs were the best player in the West. They were the best team. They had all the guys on their team. They had Ginobili.
Okay, Suns, Mavericks, Lakers. Those are 3.
Spurs.
What are you talking about? The Mavs, all they had was fucking Dirk.
And that's what they won the ring with.
Yeah.
When they won the ring, who did they have? It was Dirk Nowitzki.
Did JJ Barea not have a great game?
Yeah.
JJ Barea. So now we're going into Mike Dunleavy. Okay, and then we could bring up the Mike Dunleavy.
We could bring up Matthew Dellavedova.
I meant Matthew Dellavedova. I never meant to say Mike Dunleavy.
Okay, my last point
if you're gonna mention JJ
I'm just
Barea,
saying,
mention
a guy
Matthew
who just
Dellavedova.
jumped on the team.
My last point.
The guy who just got on the team and brought him all the way to the finals.
We're not gonna be able to talk. This is gonna be another episode in itself.
Was Dwayne Wade and fucking hasn't been to a finals since Shaq and LeBron James comes and they go to a finals.
My last point: LeBron James lost 3 finals in his prime. Michael Jordan never did. Kobe only lost 2.
And once again, Michael Jordan was playing the best talent.
All right. Last thing I'm gonna say before we gotta close this one out and start a whole.
I want to. What's your finals prediction, real quick?
Hold on, no, save that for another podcast. Come on. This is not gonna be on this podcast. This is just gonna be the discussion.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm not. Trust me, I'm not hating on Kobe. I think Kobe.
You hate on Kobe more than we do LeBron James.
That's a fact.
I don't hate on Kobe. I think Kobe is one of the greatest. I watched his 60-point game at the age of how old? 37? 38.
38.
I was like, God damn, this guy can fucking score the ball.
We're watching it together, yes.
It's the most amazing thing. But he's not a great passer, and he's gotten criticized for those things. He's not a great rebounder. He's gotten criticized against those things. He's not a great percentage floor shooter. He's been criticized about those things.
Okay.
Besides championships, what has LeBron James been criticized about?
Choking.
Besides championships, what is LeBron James? You bringing up championships again?
No,
you're only choking about championships.
No, choking in general. He couldn't close out a game. That's a big part of NBA. Being clutch, being able to close out the game. He's on the Cavaliers right now, and people are considering Kyrie the closer.
Than Kobe. He has more game winners than Kobe.
People are considering Kyrie the closer right now,
which is awesome because you know why? Who's double guarding LeBron James? People have to double coverage him because if it was one-on-one, he would kill people.
Not with no jump shot.
He's a better jump shot percentage shooter than Kobe.
He's
played more final minutes than Kobe.
Move on.
He's played more playoff minutes than Kobe.
Without Shaq, how many rings Kobe would have?
3. Well, just like LeBron.
Okay.
I'd give him 2.
Okay. Without Pippen, how many rings would Jordan have?
0.
No. I'm keeping the argument going. Without Shaq, without Kobe, how many rings Shaq would have?
2, 3.
Okay. Without Wade, how many rings would LeBron James have?
2 or 3. He was the greatest players on those teams. All 3 finals, was he not the best player on those teams? Yes or no?
All 3 finals where they won?
Yeah. Was he not the best player on those teams?
I still think Wade played a big part of that.
But was he? I'm not talking about a big part because Mike Dunleavy played a great part of those things. But who gave him the ball?
I think they would have beat the Thunder without Wade.
Okay.
That's all I'm at. And then he got his ring right now. That's 2. And that's all he'll ever have.
He went to Game 6 against the fucking Warriors with 2 of his best players were out.
That was one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life, too. Giving him all the credit for that. That's
what I'm saying. I'm not hating. I don't hate on Kobe. I think if we were talking about straight scorers and people who could put the ball in the hoop, I'd be like, damn, Kobe is the 2nd or 3rd greatest because Kareem does have 38,000 points.
Now, Western Conference. What's considered harder, Western Conference and Eastern Conference?
Nowadays, they say the West is harder.
Do you not agree?
That's mostly because of Kevin Durant. It's mostly because of Kevin Durant
and Kobe.
The Thunder were the Thunder for 7 seasons were in the Western Conference Finals. You know what I mean? Because Kevin Durant, he was the most dominant player in the West for these past couple seasons. Was he not?
Curry,
4 scoring titles and an MVP.
I think for like 3 years, and then Curry came.
Oh no, because he kept beating your Lakers.
Yeah, the aged Lakers.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, Kevin Durant was a very dominant player.
No, yeah, I said for 3 years. Then
Kobe
Curry
had his time. Same thing with the Spurs.
But in the 07s,
I'm saying, what do we consider harder, the Western Conference or the Eastern Conference?
The Western.
Do you agree with that statement?
Yeah.
Okay, if we were to take,
West, when Michael Jordan was playing, the West is very tough because you had
not as tough as the East.
when Michael was playing, who was
The Celtics, the bad boy Pistons.
Hold on. I'm talking about his championship. I'm talking about his championship years.
The Knicks.
Besides the Knicks, with who
the Pacers. Reggie
There's
Miller.
only one Hall of Famer on that team.
Reggie Miller and the Pacers. They went to a Game 7 twice.
You talk about 130-pound Reggie Miller, but besides Reggie Miller, they
One of the best 3-point shooters of all time.
3-point shooters, but besides that, not at all.
And when you say Hall of Famers, you gotta take into account if
The West wasn't.
hold on, if you gotta take into account when you say that statement that if Michael Jordan wasn't on those Bulls, Scottie Pippen nor Dennis Rodman would be a Hall of Famer.
I'm just saying,
That's a
Scottie has
fact.
been. No one really realizes Michael Jordan has never been to finals without Scottie. Scottie has been to the finals without Michael.
No, he hasn't.
Those Portland Trail Blazers that your Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant beat.
They went to the finals.
I mean, oh my bad. I mean, he's never. Scottie brought the Bulls to that Eastern Conference Finals team that lost to the
Knicks.
Magic. He brought, you know what I mean, because Michael didn't come until later on in the year, right?
No.
That 93.
93, they went against the Knicks.
When
And they lost in 7 games.
when Shaquille O'Neal beat the Bulls.
Jordan came back in 94.
And you said that
And
was
they lost in
until
the second
later
round.
the seasons.
Yeah.
Until later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Scottie Pippen brought the Pistons to the Western Conference Finals.
Blazers.
Blazers, my bad.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like people.
And he's gonna be a Hall of Famer for taking the team to the Western
I'm just
Conference
saying. I think
Finals?
people. I really do think people underappreciate Scottie Pippen. I think Scottie Pippen is the second best small forward to ever play the game. And once again, when I say that, I mean all around.
I think there's not many great small forwards like that.
LeBron and Larry Bird.
Oh,
Those are
yeah.
the top two.
Yeah,
And that's because
you
Larry
gotta
Bird-
put Larry Bird.
I know.
above.
I do put Larry Bird up there because he was great, but it's hard to really. I love to put Larry Bird up there because he did beat a great Lakers team, and he was a 3-time MVP. But when you look at Scottie, he was LeBron James before LeBron James came to the league. I
Because
appreciate.
Jordan made him.
I feel like it's weird. I feel like I appreciate guys who don't get appreciated because if you look at past the championships, Scottie can guard all 5 positions. Scottie can pass the ball. Scottie can shoot. I really personally think when Scottie and Michael got together, it's the greatest thing ever because it was just happened to be match made in heaven.
No.
When Kobe and Shaq met together,
That's the greatest
match
duo.
made in heaven. When Tim Duncan and Coach Popovich came together, match made in heaven. But LeBron James has never even had a Hall of Fame coach.
Okay.
Like you look at the things he's doing.
You know that if he loses this finals, he will be tied for 3rd most losses of any basketball player in history
Now-
of the,
now-
Okay, besides
of the game.
But how about besides things besides finals?
He would be one of the best of all time.
Yeah, why don't people appreciate that?
I appreciate it, but at the end of the day, if you have a certain amount of losses and
how about-
your resume in the finals,
But like I tweeted this to you.
It takes
But I tweeted this to you. Did I
thrones
not
off.
tweeted this to you?
about it.
Has
What?
Michael Jordan ever played for All-Stars?
4 All-Stars at the same time.
Yes.
You don't even think Draymond Green's an All-Star, bro?
But at the end of the day, as much as I hate on Draymond Green, he is an all-star. As much as I do hate on
Okay.
him, he is a great defender.
But
I think some of his stats are stuffed.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, you know what?
When-
I look at the numbers. Draymond Green is a talented defender. Or do I think he's an all-star? No. But people do think he's an all-star.
When did Michael Jordan ever call his GM and say, "Oh, hey, yo, we just won the finals, but I need a playmaker. Oh, I need a center too." When has Jordan ever done that? Never.
But why are you punishing him for
Well,
making
Because
him
he's
and-
the
better?
GOAT.
also-
He doesn't need help.
You
like
just say he wasn't the
LeBron does.
GOAT. Oh, wait, what? Oh, you talking about Michael Jordan?
Michael
Jordan was
We have to wrap
Michael
this
Jordan
up.
was about to bounce.
We have 2 other podcasts to record
Michael
today.
Jordan was about to bounce if they didn't draft Scottie Pippen. He was tired of losing to the Pistons.
Yeah, I know. But my point is, look what the
LeBron
players LeBron plays with
all
and
these
Jordan
players
plays with.
never needed to manufacture a team. And the argument were with the finals, you brought up the argument where Kobe got the most lost shots. LeBron James might end up with the most losses in finals history.
Okay.
I'd rather have more
again,
missed
and I
shots
don't hate
than
him.
more lost finals.
for real.
And that's just because what happened. You know, I mean, Kobe, when I look at it, Kobe was, when he came to the league in, 96?
Drafted 96.
He happened to get drafted into a great system. And he thrived off it, which is awesome.
He got drafted by Charlotte.
Oh, yeah, and they switched picks. But think about it. When he came in 96, was he the greatest player?
When he came in 96?
When he came in 96, was he the greatest
He
player?
was 17 years old.
Neither was Michael Jordan. Neither was LeBron James.
Hold on. Michael Jordan won Rookie of the Year.
Okay, but he wasn't the greatest player.
But I'm just saying, when Kobe came in, was he considered they were like, oh my God, Kobe was awesome. Kobe is the greatest. He developed in a great system. He developed, and I don't hate on Kobe for that, but he developed in a great system. He had a phenomenal coach. He had a veteran center. He had one of the greatest stretch fours that ever played the game. If you don't think Robert Horry's one of the great stretch fours that ever played the game, Eddie Jones was an awesome veteran.
So we're not going to blame him for that. Just like we're not going to blame.
Hold on,
all
but
these
when
other
Kobe
players
was,
for all
but
these
when
other
LeBron
things.
James was drafted into 2004, who was his veteran?
No one. Cleveland, no one went
And you know
there.
what he did at 22? He brought
Brought
a
the
team
to the finals.
to the finals.
Yes,
That's
amazing.
great. We appreciate that.
You don't, though.
We do.
Yes, we do.
Bro, if I didn't appreciate him, LeBron wouldn't be on my greatest of all time list. He would be the best talent I've ever seen.
But all-around player. I'm talking about, these are all-around players. Is LeBron James better than Kobe Bryant? All around. I'm talking about all around. I'm talking about putting the basketball in his hand. Is he all
Talent,
around?
yeah.
All around. I'm not talking about talent. I'm talking all around.
Yes. LeBron James better than Kobe Bryant?
With accolades included.
No. I'm just saying a basketball player.
I think.
Does he do better things? Does he do more better things than Kobe
then
does?
that's talent. We're talking about just talent.
Yeah.
I'm talking
Because talent-wise, LeBron James
because
is
talented
better than Kobe
But you gotta
Bryant.
think about talented. D Rose is very talented, but we don't really put him.
What, are we talking about talent or are we talking about
I'm talking about all around game. All around game.
So
that's
the
talent.
people that are in your top 10 list, is that what we're referring to?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
Right now, Kobe Bryant's better than LeBron James. I think LeBron James has all the potential.
You
all
just
the
think about
potential.
championships.
I'm thinking
You're bugging if you don't think he scores better. If
he
you
doesn't score better than LeBron Kobe Bryant.
more efficient.
Is efficiency and
How
scoring better?
about
are different.
assists?
Yeah, he passes better than Kobe
How
Bryant.
about rebounds?
Kobe's a two-guard.
That's also-
LeBron's
that's
a
also-
How
bigger
about
player.
hold on? How about rebounds?
LeBron's a bigger player.
How about rebounds?
LeBron's a bigger player.
Bigger
How about
player.
percentage?
He drives the basket
LeBron's
more than
all of his
70%.
points. Yeah. All of his points are right under the rim, bro. What are we talking about?
And was he ever, besides
I-
Shaquille O'Neal, was Kobe was he the best player on all his championships teams?
At the end of the day, I always think about this one question. I thought about.
And I think
thought about this while
and the
you
thing is
guys were having the Twitter war.
And the thing is, because you love Kobe Bryant, that's the only reason why
Yes.
you're saying
You
that.
love LeBron. I love
I
Michael.
don't love
all
LeBron.
of
He's not
them.
my favorite player. I just appreciate what he can
I thought
do
about-
to
so
the
can
game.
I.
No, you
I
don't.
thought about this while you guys had your little Twitter war, and it's because every time like this discussion is presented,
Everything
who's
is
better than who?
championships. Everything
It
is
comes down to this one
championships.
question: If you had 3 seconds on the clock and you needed to win the game, who are you
Okay.
going to?
Jordan.
Who?
LeBron James or Kobe Bryant?
LeBron James.
You're tripping.
He'll find the best shot, or he'll make the best shot.
Bugging.
Okay. Well, with that
Just
being
saying,
said, we gotta
is
end this.
Because Kobe Bryant. Because if it wasn't for Derek Fisher, he wouldn't have a championship.
Okay,
we're really,
Ray
we're
Allen
really,
with
we're
LeBron
really
James?
picking now, aren't
He
we?
took the shot.
We're really picking
Oh,
now,
He took the
aren't we?
shot.
If LeBron
You're
would have
crazy. Nobody
Was
is
Derek
LeBron.
Fisher ever All-Star?
Nobody.
Was Mo Williams
If it
All-Star?
wasn't for
Was
how
Mo
about Robert
Williams
Horry?
All-Star?
How about Robert Horry?
Yes, he was All-Star.
If it was a Robert Horry,
Was Mo
Kobe
Williams
wouldn't have
All-Star?
it. No.
Yes, he was.
Once.
Yes. Was Derek Fisher even All-Star once? Nope. Without Mo Williams.
Who had more better players on the team? That Cavs team with Mo Williams or the Lakers?
Which the Lakers that won.
Okay, Eddie Jones has been to an All-Star. Shaquille O'Neal's been to an All-Star.
All right.
Rick Fox has been to an All-Star.
Derek Fisher was not on that team.
What team? That all won 5 championships? Yeah, he was.
That wasn't the Derek Fisher that you're talking about, though. When you say won a
And
championship,
if it wasn't for Robert Horry, there wouldn't be a
the Derek
championship.
Fisher
If
that
it wasn't for Shaquille O'Neal,
the Derek
there
Fisher
wouldn't
that
be a
got the shot off
championship.
in 0.4 seconds, is that the Derek Fisher we're talking about?
Yeah.
You're talking about that one shot. Then if we're talking about that one shot, without that one Ray Allen
How about
shot,
Robert Horry against Portland? How about that shot? Was
All right.
Kobe taking that shot? The
now,
only big shot you guys ever remember is the one he did in Phoenix. It's the only one you remember.
who Kobe's?
Yes.
What big shot does LeBron have?
Passing to somebody, he does. To Mike
Oh,
Miller.
wow.
Passing.
In the last 3 seconds.
And he has
Passing.
to
You want
Wow.
to pass
Because
out of
he-
a shot?
Passing.
So let me ask you a question.
What if no one's open?
Hold on, let me ask you a question.
Oh my god.
Kobe Bryant takes a shot. What would you rather want? Kobe shot playing against triple coverage or LeBron James getting double coverage and passing out to a solid 3-point shooter?
with less than
once
3
again,
seconds.
What's a higher percentage?
Obviously,
A
the
great
open
3-point,
shot.
a good 3-point shooter who's open, or Kobe getting triple coverage.
Obviously, the man with the open
My
shot.
man, if you ask anybody
All right,
who knows NBA,
that's not the question though. It says who would you rather
LeBron
take the
James.
shot?
LeBron James.
You rather LeBron James take the shot than Kobe Bryant?
Yes, without a doubt.
Okay. With that being said, we have to end this. We're at an hour and 10 minutes. We haven't even introduced what the hell this thing is called. This is the Triangle Podcast. I am Christian. Jesse is the man who was defending all this ridiculousness. Even though Jesus, you did bring amazing points, and your input was very good. I'm not fronting on any of that. You came with your shit. Great job. Kobe's not in your top 10. That's fair. That's whatever. It's a
Leave a comment on your top 10.
Scoring, yes.
Oh my god. LeBron number 3.
Pure score.
But I do think you pick your arguments when you want to choose them, and that's all right because we have to end this and we got no more time to argue. Now we gotta do a final.
That's why you threw it. That's why you threw in your little thing.
Now we gotta do it. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm doing. Now we gotta do a finals prediction. So now we gotta cut this off. But once again, thank you guys for listening. This is All the Above ENT. You can find that on SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube under that name. List everything that you thought of this down below in the comments.
Please.
This was hectic. This was hectic,
yeah.
and
I can't wait to listen to
I don't know
this.
when we're gonna upload this.
People
because we
romanticize.
gotta get the NBA final stuff up first. But thank you guys for listening. I don't know what episode this is gonna be because now we've pushed back.
Bonus.
But anyways, we gotta record the MMA one today too. We got Christian waiting. Okay. So thank you guys for listening. Christian, my cousin.
What about him?
He's waiting.
Motherfucker's in Washington.
No, he's not. He's up here.
No, he's not.
Yes, I'm talking. All right, bye guys.